going to have to help me with this one. How can I trust? Real posts, real people, real problems. It's tea time. So grab your favorite cup of tea or whatever you like to drink and let's spill the tea and clean it up. Let's go. All right. So what's up, everybody? I'm Tonya, one half of TNL.J Visions Relationship Coaching. And today we have a poster asking, how can I trust? He's a 36-year-old male and he has a 34-year-old wife. All right. So we got a long post today. So I'm going to hop right on in. I ain't going to even hold you. All right. So I have been with my wife for more than 13 years. 2 years into our relationship, we had our first child. 1 year later, the second came. Due to expenses and growth need, we didn't wed until 2018. Okay? At the start, I was heavily addicted to substances. She has never done anything like that, and it was a shock and a glimpse into an unknown world for her. Okay? She stood by my side, trying relentlessly to be there for me and to get me sober. Okay, good deed. 4 years into 4 years in, and she gave me the ultimatum. Change, I did. Getting sober was very difficult, but she was there. She was there through therapy, through mental diagnosis, and the time it took for my psychologist to treat my illness. Okay. Everything started to turn around very quickly. And let me just say this. That's what marriage is about. Being there, better or worse, thick and thin. It's till death do us part. So many marriages are ending now over such small things. So I'm glad that your wife persevered through this. That was kudos to your wife. Okay, so let's get on in. All right. Everything started to turn around very quickly after my mental health journey. I found success and growth in my newly established career. My wife was and is happy. She is my queen, and I treat her as such. That's so wonderful to hear. Just to show a brief glimpse into our past, though not the greatest of comebacks, but we made it and we came together stronger than ever. That's wonderful. Sometimes a setback is the setup for a comeback, and that's what this shows. Again, kudos to you two again. So, my wife used to handle all of our expenses. That is until she had a breakdown and dissociated from taking an additional dose of her medication. It was a terrifying experience. Shamefully, I just worked and helped with the house and kids. I wasn't involved and she needed me. She came to me after the hospital stint and after we found out what caused it, admitting to a mistake. She was using predatory payday loans and other sketchy loan services to replace money that was taken from us by a civil suit. We never paid the hospital bill for our second child. Complete transparency, I thought it was paid. She never put my insurance nor gave them my card, and we owed the whole bill. On top of a garnishment, she paid them all of our savings. This is why I wish she would have told me. Communication is always key, everybody. Let's see how this shapes out. We could have overcome this together. She broke down under the stress of hiding it and trying to do it alone. She said it was because I was excelling at work and didn't need the stress. I was hurt because she hid something from me. The money we can take care of, but our trust is something that should be cherished and protected. So you notice a charge on the account. Once the debt was paid, she continued to use these apps and quickly fell into debt again. I felt betrayed, but I couldn't leave her. I couldn't stay mad. I love her and our children need her. So I paid it again, but this time I had to ask my parents and hers for help. They did, thankfully. It didn't make sense though. We had plenty of money. We're not rich, but we are somewhere between being able to vacation and being able to pay for whatever surprise life throws at us or surprises life throw at us. Comfortable. Comfortable. I wasn't going to make her live this day over and over, So we had a heart to heart. Okay. I explained that we have expenses coming that we need to save for, like college and saving for our children on top of our retirement. I explained this while bawling my eyes out due to the betrayal, but she didn't give up on me, so I want her. Fast forward a few years, life has blessed us, and we are a happy family. We can't afford our lifestyle and save. We decided we both wanted one more child, and we unfortunately experienced an ectopic pregnancy. She was a mess, and was I, but she took it as her fault. I urged her to seek help through therapy and stood by her side, high in my pain, because it was her body, and I can't truly understand how she feels given my anatomy. I made sure financially we got through it. I had already taken the overpaying the bills to ease stress, and this was handled quickly. Christmas that year came, and my wife started to glow again. It was as if finally came to terms. It was if she finally came to terms with the help of therapy and time with what happened. Christmas came to pass, and the boy's birthday was next. She came to me again. She explained that she never stopped and lied about the money and payoffs. She was now over $7,500 in debt. I was crushed. This shocked me. She never came to me, and we had that much in savings. Why would you do this? Is all I could say. I found out that she was pregnant again during the same conversation. I had to forgive her and take care of it. We had a baby coming. I paid everything again, but this time I told her if she does this again, I don't think I can forgive her. It could potentially ruin our relationship. She begged and pleaded with apologies. Our baby came healthy and happy. A little girl too, complete our family. Our two other children are boys. She is 7 months old now, and life is again going well. That is until today. Oh man. Oh, what happened today? That is until today. As I was going over expenses and paying toward our credit card, I couldn't believe my eyes. $645 to a crowdsourced funding app. Oh my. I demanded her phone, something I never do. She handed it over and I found the app. My wife is predictable in terms of passwords, and I got it on the first try. For the last year, she has bought as much as her paycheck and paid it back with her next one. She has paid over 9K in interest and fees. Wow. All while we have had between 4 to 5K to 13K in our accounts. I demanded answers. She claims she doesn't know why she did it. She promises she won't ever borrow again. I asked why if we had the money, and she just stares at me. I'm a mess. This time, it seems paid with her next check. But who knows? Everything she said and promised was a lie. The reasoning, the reasoning doesn't exist. She's just saying it's the last time, just like the last three over the years. I love her, but I can't have her jeopardizing our family's financial future, our children's college funds, our chance to see the world together. I can't allow this. Whew, so much to say, but I'm gonna keep it brief because again, this is a long post, so we'll clean it up after I finish reading. Okay, but I can't leave. She's my best friend. She saved me from myself, and I can't save her from whatever this is. Any advice would be helpful. I'm emotionally exhausted and can't comprehend my situation. I've been hiding from everyone around us because I don't want them to to think negatively about her. I'm stuck and I just don't know what to think or do. Sorry for the long post. TLDR. My wife keeps borrowing money even though we have it, and it's costing us a fortune. She promised to be done, and I truly thought it was. A year after the last instance, today I found another loan, and I found out she has been lying the entire time. Wow. Let's get into some comments before I share my final thought. Clean this thing up a little bit, and make sure that you all are commenting in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this. How you feel. Um, this person could really use our help, so show some love. Comment. All right. So our first commenter says, Tracy, what? Oh, I'm sorry, not Tracy. I don't know where I got that from. Trace, where every single dollar went. Whether this is a shopping addiction, a drug addiction, a gambling addiction, or just some sort of horrendous self-sabotage is pretty relevant. Maybe she will agree to some sort of financial guardianship situation if she realizes she's out of control. Yeah, she would definitely have to realize that though, because awareness is the first start to, coming out of this addiction, because it's definitely addiction. Again, I don't know what she's spending on, but she does have an addiction, a money addiction, where she likes to, I want to say, a borrowing addiction. Because if you have the money and she's still borrowing, I mean, she could be just, being a little sneaky. That's why she's not getting out of the account, because she might is sneaking it to go buy some drugs or buy some clothes, or what have you. She might be gambling, so yeah, it could be a sneak tactic. And these are just my opinions on it. Let's see what the next comment I have to say. I have for the prior ones, I always come up with majority going towards interest in another. I figured that was it. And once freed, she would put it behind her. But multiple times, you're right. There has to be something. Thank you. And this is the person who posted the comment, who posted the post. Okay. So again, they said I have for the prior ones. I always come up with majority going towards interest on another. I figured that was it. And once freed, she would put it behind her. But multiple times, you're right. There has to be something. Thank you. Commenter, yeah, you need proof of what she's buying, then address it. Next commenter, what is she spending the money on? Surely that matters. Like, why take out a loan? What are they for? How do you not notice? New clothes? New what? And then the poster comes back and says, nothing of the sort. My wife struggles to spend money on herself. I go and buy her new shoes and clothes because she won't. She is one of the most frugal people I have ever met. It doesn't make sense. It's clear now, though, that I need to know what it's for. And there's a lot of people asking what she's spending the money on. So a lot of people just want to know what she's spending the money on. He's saying in the past, okay, this is what, wait a minute. Now, in the past, it seems it was on interest from other loans, but I've never been able to uncover the real reasoning. It was always around times we would spend money, like Christmas and birthdays. But I say this as humbly as possible. We don't need it. Our careers allow this stuff. Then the poster come back and say, I couldn't find the answer. It was always around Christmas, birthdays is what I thought. But the recent tab on this app has a reason section, and there's for things like cars repairs. I just bought her a new car. He quotes, well, not quotes, but puts in parentheses. Vet bills, groceries, all lies. In the past, it seems to be a horrible snowball she didn't know how to get out of. That is not the case now. Now it seems like some horrible addiction to greed. I need to find the truth, but I can't trust what she says, and it kills me. And this will be the last comment we read before we get into cleaning it up. Does the money come from a credit card or a shared account? Surely you can track it. Get an app like Rocket Money and add every account. Then you can better analyze what's happening. Wow. Poster. Let me start by saying this and my final thoughts. Woo. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you for sharing your vulnerability. That's deep. Okay. Again, I thank you because there's not a lot of people who go so deep and are so vulnerable. So I know that this is something that is really getting to you and something that you really want to figure out. And I definitely wish you will. Okay. I want you to know that your vulnerability is strength. The way you fought for your family, for your sobriety, for your marriage, that's real love and that's devotion. And that's what my husband and I like to see. That's what we out here creating. And we're on a mission to do that. But I also want to acknowledge something we don't talk about enough. The emotional exhaustion that comes from carrying someone else's weight and your own in silence. You're not weak for feeling tired. You're human. Now let's talk about what's happening here. When someone comes to betray your trust, even unintentionally, that starts to feel like emotional abuse. Not because you're malicious, but because you keep offering grace and you keep getting blindsided. That builds trauma and repeating. Let's be honest here. When someone has helped you in your darkest hour, it's easy to feel like you owe them a lifetime of patience. But here's the truth. You can honor someone's sacrifice and still hold them accountable. That's not betrayal. That's maturity. Sometimes what looks dishonest is actually unhealed pain. The ectopic pregnancy, the emotional breakdowns, unprocessed trauma, it has a way of showing up, and it can show up in different instances. Okay. And it can also show up in an irrational decision, especially around money. It becomes an emotional survival, not just financial management. But none of that means you should keep paying for a cycle that's breaking your heart, because trust isn't just about loving someone, it's about being safe with them. You can't forgive somebody and still not feel secure with them. That's tension. It's real. And let me say to anyone who's hiding the truth to protect the image of the person they love, your family does not need a perfect picture. It needs peace. Okay? Your children need to see what accountability and healing looks like, not secrecy in the name of loyalty. You are not asking for too much. You're asking for what you deserve. You've done the healing. Now it's time to protect it. And that's my final thought. Please be sure to share what you think. Comment, okay? Comment. And poster, I hope that sometime soon you and your wife get together and she's able to really be completely vulnerable and honest with you on what's going on, because you deserve that. Your family deserve that. And a lot of times we hold things back again because we don't want to hurt feelings. Sometimes people need that though. That can be the change. That could be the thing that you do, exposing it. Expose that thing. That could be the thing that turn her around. She very well might need that. Okay, I ain't gonna hold y'all no longer. This has been another episode of Tea Time. Join me on the next one. Same time, same place. Until then, I'm gonna just sip my little tea. I ain't even asked y'all what y'all had. That post was so long. What y'all got? I got coffee. This has been another one. See you next time. Until then, I'm gonna just sip my little tea. I'm gonna call it it's coffee, but I'm gonna just sip my little tea. See you on the next one.